let's resume with Umineko. I think we might be getting close to end of chapter 1, since like everyone is dying and dropping like flies. But yeah. But for example, unlike math, the Japanese language has noise mixed in. Kanji are a good example. Oh yeah, that's right. He was going into a Japanese lesson last time. Old kanji and new kanji are slightly different, which represents an introduction of noise created by the changes between time periods. You are, or we might need another video. So have a good night, SkyerCon. Isn't history the same? There are dozens of policies that seem foolish in the modern era, but were meaningful at some point in the past. Because the rules of chess are fixed, when a pair of experts are discussing one particular layout, it's possible they could reach the same conclusions whether they're from 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future. However, if the rules of chess had gone through massive changes over time, it's possible that a discussion about the same layout would have changed as well. Oh, we're in an ad. I do really like that Twitch is actually giving you a pop-up for ads. It's probably been around for a while, but since I haven't streamed in like a month. This is new for me. Yeah, come on. Get us out of the ads. Also, I'm sorry, Adamala, if you got pushed into the ad, since you just had to see an ad for joining, and then we got the mandatory streamer ad. Okay, we're back to normal now, so I can start talking again. However, if the rules of chess had gone through massive changes over time, it's possible a discussion about the same layout could have changed as well. That's right. Oh, no ads for now. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure if Twitch was gonna give you like 2 ads or just 1. Events in the world of humans are normally full of noise. Aren't human emotions that way? Even if the exact same thing occurs more than once, there's no guarantee that humans will always act in a predictable fashion. Oh wait, let me change to original. We were playing with the old ones last time. Oh. The moment we tried to use a math-based theory to predict someone's actions, yeah, let's use the original images for today. Yeah, I think it's been there for ages. We must be aware that our theory has built-in weaknesses and limits. No, they won't give too many ads in a row. That's good. I never know with Twitch. You never know what Twitch is gonna pull. No, it's so cursed. So if you just saw an ad, you don't see the timer ad. Okay, that's good. Simply put, chessboard thinking is extremely weak against noise and fickleness, as well as mistakes or incorrect knowledge. Oh yeah, did you remember low quality mic tone? Let me see if I have that nearby. Hold on. The way the tie is pinned under her tits. Okay, yeah, I got it. I got the low quality mic on. Don't want to waste it if you don't have it. Hi, did I miss something? Oh, it's just starting. Elio dying inside. Oh, okay. We're gonna get 10 minutes of low quality mic time. Let me just set it up on its tripod here. Let me mute myself while I switch microphones. Okay, how loud is this? 2010 Elio streaming on Justin TV. Yeah, I think this is a lot louder than my mic. How does this sound? Yeah, this is the old sprites and eating the spicy Papa Burger from A&W, so it's a bit louder. That's loud. Okay, let me turn it down. Yeah, it's loud, yeah. I'm doing this on my blue snowball. Okay, how's it sound now? Still loud? Oh god, it's like right around. Okay, better. We can hear that sweet, crispy white noise. Beautiful. Ugh. You guys could probably even hear my cousins taking a shower because of how bad it is with picking up noise. Not that loud, he says, lowering his sound. Luckily, no. Honestly, I was expecting worse. Yeah, this was my old microphone. It's very shitty. Simply put, chessboard thinking is extremely weak against noise and fickleness, as well as mistakes or incorrect knowledge. That's right. I was expecting worse too. It's bad, but I was expecting like Xbox. Oh, it's not detecting. Oh, it's because I messed with my mic. It's not picking up my camera anymore. Let me fix this. Look at what you've done. I can no longer move. Let me restart this. Okay, no tits or anything while I'm doing this, okay? Because I gotta restart everything. Mwahaha, I broke reality, oi. Okay. Bring me back. Oh my god, the setup at my desk is so bad right now. Cause I'm having this mic on my on my desk. Cause to my left, I got my multi-cable connector. I got a glass of water. To my right, I've got my first microphone that's attached to a tripod. The blue snowball, my mouse, and my audio box. Bruh. Why ain't you detecting? The hell? Come on. Okay, there we go. Got that one working. Okay, so this one gonna work. Come on. Come on. There. Wait, what? Why did it start working and then it went away? Oh, okay. Alright then. Okay, I guess I gotta use my worser webcam for this. Anyway. Let me just change this. Okay. Seagull time, welcome back, thank you. This is wonderfully cursed. God, if it was Xbox quality, might I'd be concerned that a slur was gonna be said. No! It's too problematic. I'm okay with ending low quality chan early. It's all good. We'll be fine. Time for Elio's Creepypasta 2. The music fits. It does. Sounds kind of like a, god, Twilight Zone. Kirie-san definitely said that. Chess has always been a game where both sides play by the same rules and fight with the same conditions for victory. That's why it's possible for both sides to predict the other's moves. You guys can probably hear me clicking my mouse with this mic on, huh? It's possible to read your opponent because you can always suppose they'll make the best moves they can find. But what if your opponent is fickle or a bit tired? It does, and yay, someone else knows about Twilight Zone. Not really over the music. Oh, that's good. I honestly would write an Elio creepypasta based on 100. It would be shitty, but... Yes, we hear the mouse click. I kind of want to do, like, fun little, like stuff. Like, I remember, like, SkyerCon writing the stuff for Lobotomy Corp, and I was like, would anyone be interested in, like, because we've had, like, art events. What about stuff like writing events, like writing stuff, or like clip, like edit events or something, just for fun, Yeah, I would def do that. Yeah, let me know what you guys would prefer, and I can like arrange one. And makes a move that can hardly be called the best. Or what if that game actually has a special rule? Some unknown thing that only the enemy knows about and can use. In fact, what if the opponent actually has some goal other than victory? Think from your enemy's perspective. That's the basis of chessboard thinking. Which means, if you misread your enemy, okay, I'll be RB. See you in a bit, Buggy. Oh wait, what did I do? The answer you draw from this process will be complete rubbish, useless. So far, I've used chessboard theory to guess several vague bits of information about the culprit hiding behind this case. Or so I think. Is it time for them to say, flip the board around? Probably! They love flipping that board around. They're giving me vertigo. However, I don't know anything about the culprit. When are they gonna spin the board? They keep talking about flipping. What about spinning it? That's fun. Am I just playing around in a labyrinth of thought? If Kirie-san were here at a time like this, she'd probably be able to notice something with her much, much sharper thinking ability. Chess. I like chess. Let's flip that board right around when I go down, yeah. You making a song out of Mellow? Until the very last moment, Jessica resisted moving into Grandfather's study. But in the end, Aunt Natsuhi persisted, and we decided to move there. Everyone was completely wrapped in paranoia by now. Kumasawa-san had prepared dinner at one point, but during the time we were discovering the deaths of George Aniki's parents, both the kitchen and the parlor had been left empty. A parody of I Spin My Head Right Around, and it's wonderful. Oh, let's flip that board right round, when we go down, down, because we're getting killed. Someone suggested that the food might have been poisoned while we were gone. Because of that, we were unable to even touch the food that Kumasawa-san had taken the trouble to make for us. Yes, that sounded weirdly wonderful. Thank you, thank you. The manner in which the first 6 were killed was still unknown, but it certainly could have been poison. Certainly, that would allow even a single person to carry out the murder of 6 large adults. Furthermore, this idea made it easy to imagine there being only a single culprit, one who'd be afraid of Aunt Natsuhi's rifle. And this was very good for our emotional stability. But the fatigue and hunger were even harsher than we'd imagined. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, so I'm gonna switch off of low quality mic-chan. Alright, here we go. I am back. Should be my current microphone. Is it staticking or anything? Let me know. Silly idea for a future subathon. Chat helps Elio learn chess. Well, have I got something to say about that? I put up a because it's September right now, apparently. And subs are now 30% off. So I think what 30% of 5, so I think it's like $3 or and something now for a sub. And because of that, also because it's September, you guys pay like 30% off for a sub, and I get the full amount, even though you pay less. Like I guess like Twitch like doesn't take the cut. And so I set up a goal here. If I reach 5, we'll do like a little community game that chat chooses. So if you guys want, we can play chess. You guys can teach me. If we reach that. It's only for September, so we'll see if we reach it during September. Then Kumasawa-san made a proposal, and we all went together to the kitchen. There, we gathered some canned food and other things that'd be hard to poison to take in with us. All of Kumasawa-san's efforts to reward us with just a little dinner on this savage day regrettably came to nothing. The food piled up on the serving cart looked just a little sad. Oh, great idea for a future stream if we do one of those games where Elio makes a story, but after one sentence, a chat member makes the next sentence. And at the end, Elio reads it out loud. Oh, that sounds fun. That reminds me of like the Doki Doki panel I went to, where like all of chat makes like a poem. That was fun. You guys probably wouldn't be as lewd as all the people that were at the DDLC one. They kept being like, I hate you! I hate you! We all started climbing the stairs. Aunt Natsuhi, who was in the lead, warily stared into the darkness with both eyes in the barrel of the gun. Once we dragged ourselves up to the 3rd floor, just as Aunt Natsuhi had warned us of beforehand. There was a mixture of a chemical smell and a sickly sweet aroma, a stench hanging in the air that felt like it was eating into our heads. I see. This kind of stench probably would give you a headache if you were shut in with it for a whole night. I know it's a little late, but I'm with Jessica. I vote against going into grandfather's study. I felt like the stench was floating out from this magnificent door. It was the door to the forbidden study, which should defend against any who would enter. While Genji-san unlocked the door, Maria stared at the door and the doorknob with great interest. Natsuhi! Natsuki! It's a sign! DDLC AU, where Natsuhi is Natsuki. Oh no, will we gently open the door? Ugh! Incredible door! Looks old and strict and like it'd stop any jokes cold. Perfect door for grandfather's study. The power to ward off spiritual menaces is strong here. Beatrice probably couldn't open this door. Oh? What does that mean? Maria pointed at the doorknob. A scorpion crest. Oh yeah, there was like that scorpion charm too that Jessica had that Maria gave him. No, a design like a magic circle arranged around a scorpion was inscribed there. That design, that's right. Isn't it just like those keychain charms Maria gave Jessica and me yesterday? Yeah, what's up with... I never knew scorpions were, like, good for resisting magic. Never heard about that. The 5th magic circle of Mars is a strong ward against magic. Additionally, this magic circle is very diligently constructed and is full of power. I'm back. What did I miss? They're heading over to Grandpa's room. and he's got like a scorpion crest on his door. Welcome back, Leonix. You didn't miss too much, we just started. Such a magic circle can be quite troublesome to beings of magic like Beatrice. Isn't that comforting? Are you saying we can escape even Beatrice's clutches in this room? Our little witch here sure is reliable. Then, how did Beatrice get grandfather out? Just as Battler reasoned, Beatrice can't go inside. However, she has both magic and familiars. Using them, she might have been able to get grandfather to leave the study of his own accord. Ah, I've read about that in manga. I've seen a bunch of scenes where vampires were frightened of crosses so they couldn't get close. Yeah, and you gotta invite them in your house for them to come in. What even is, like, the basis for that? Like, why does not being invited in make them unable to enter? Is it like a secret barrier or something for the vampires? Like, what even is a familiar? A familiar is like an animal companion or something like that like helps with magic and stuff. Like, think of like black cats for like witches and stuff. Secret weed battler. Alea wants to make a DDLC poem for a subathon or something. D&D made me think that they are just like clique pets? Yeah, they're kind of like pets, but like for witches and stuff. And I think sometimes they can transform. But the familiars were just fine, so they made their familiars attack. Those scorpion keychain charms I gave you yesterday also have the 5th magic circle of Mars on them. The power dwelling within them was weak, but they should be enough to protect you until we leave the island. Although it sounds like you've lost yours, right? Scorpion keychain charms. Yeah, Natsuhi's the one that has it now. Yeah, the charm I gave you yesterday was something I got from Maria. I heard it would repel magic if you put it on your doorknob, and at the time I thought maybe it'd be better if you had it. Is that so? So she's the reason you're not dead, Natsuhi? I thought it was an odd thing for you to be carrying around. Aunt Natsuhi put that on her doorknob? Yes. Last night, after hearing about it from Jessica, I hung it from the doorknob on the inside of my door. Maria. Apparently, it's some weird thing that vampires and fae are, by some reason, forced to obey manners. If you give the vampire permission, it gains control of you and your house. Oh, interesting. So the fae also can't enter houses either? Huh. Then, I'm Natsuhi. You're really fortunate. If you did that, Beatrice probably couldn't even lay a finger on you yesterday. I think Beatrice must have been really annoyed. That freaking gremlin expression. Beatrice annoyed? Couldn't lay one finger? Natsuya thought back on that eerie scribble she'd seen that morning, as though someone had been tearing at the outside of her door with blood-soaked hands, and gasped in surprise. Could it be that this witch who called herself Beatrice tried to enter through the door to Natsuhi's own room? But the magic repelling charm had been hanging from the inside, so she couldn't break through the door. So she was annoyed. So she scratched at it? Jessica, Monica, it all makes sense. Okay, I'm just making things up. So Jessica is Monica, Natsuhi is Natsuki. If someone, like, winds up hanging themselves, they're Sayori. Quit it! Don't talk about that. Witches don't exist. The culprit does. My favorite kind of magic is we never stood a chance kind of magic. I'm talking about making people blow up from over a mile away and twisting minds to thinking that the shadows have eyes. And they're a human just like us. If you need proof, why don't we dice her up and see if her blood's red? Damn it. Damn it! How could you do that to Kanon-kun? Genji unlocked the door. Fae can enter houses, but if you ask them to host you or be your host, you cannot say or do certain things while staying polite. If the person does something that seems hostile or ill-mannered, the Fae has free reign to do whatever to the person in their home. Oh, damn. Too soon. Call me Yuri, cause I'll stab you. Well, if it's Yuri Lowell that's stabbing me, I don't mind. 8 people entered Kinzo's study. My least favorite kind of magic is hocus pocus, now my fingers shoot fire, because it always makes me think just shoot the guy. Grandfather's study. I want something like Code Geass for my magic. I just mind control people. I'd heard rumors about it beforehand, so I wasn't that shocked. He had done nothing more than fortify it thoroughly with his occult hobbies. If Grandfather's hobby had been chasing after pop idols, these walls might be buried beneath idol posters. If AU where there's like no horror, no witches, no deaths, his grandfather is just a ginormous Japanese idol fan. or no, he would be into Western idols, huh? So he'd have like Britney Spears, Miley Cyrus, and stuff all over his room. So he needs someone with a knife, another with a noose. Now who's a perverted D-bag? Because that's MC. Battler. Battler fits it to a T. The pop idol AU. Even if I didn't understand it, I didn't realize that this room was a bundle of all his pastimes. Never forget the clip about Naoya and DDLC stream. Cursed knowledge. Even so, I couldn't help but remain dumbfounded by the smell of his creepy medicine and the sweet stench that seemed to melt my head. Alright, let's go in. People need to do a full-on pop concert and the winner gets pop as well. When the door was closed, it automatically made a clunk. I see. This is the auto lock that's activated whenever the door is closed. And there were only 2 keys that could open this door from the outside, both of which were in the room. This looked like a torture chamber. Anyway. In other words, it had become a closed room. The shutter, the receipt, the chain. Would you rather step into a relative's room and find posters of famous people way younger than them, or occult stuff? You know, I'd rather have a family member that's into occult stuff than have a family member that's possibly a P word. Yeah, occult stuff. I'm into occult stuff, so I think that would actually be kind of cool. I'd be like, hey yo, what you doing? What you doing today? You doing Hitori Kakurenbo today? Agreed, Elio. Same, yeah. Like, who would want that? God. That reminded me of a comment my uncle made when I was on my BRB. I hate my uncle's jokes. This 4th door had the most magnificent lock yet, and this was doubtlessly a closed room. Just to make absolutely sure that the room was secure, we checked all over for ways in or out. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Thank you, Mello. When are we gonna do the Starry Bunny Boy summon ritual? Yeah, what would be my summoning circuitry? Here to pat out the bullshit, thank you. Oh, art idea. Yeah. Ooh. What would you guys use to summon me? The window is tightly locked. That should have been enough, but just in case, we tried knocking all over the walls. I think I did a summon ritual story on chat long ago, but I don't remember. A maid outfit? That's a good one. After all, we had talked about there being a hidden door in this room. But we couldn't find anything suspicious. Grandfather's study was very large. Even though we called it a study, it wasn't really a single room. Probably a PS2 RPG. Yeah, with the water tornado thing. I think I kinda remember that. It could be divided up into 4 basic sections. A study section, a bedroom section, a toilet/bathroom section, and a section for cooking that had a sink. I see. The study really does have enough in it to live in. Now I see how Grandfather could live his whole life in this room without ever leaving. It seemed Grandfather wasn't in the habit of watching TV, because there was no television or even a radio in this room. Don't want the Dempa waves to get to him. We can't do anything except pass the time listening to the sound of the rain until tomorrow morning. Dr. Nanjo looked closely at the chessboard that sat on the table in front of the sofa and muttered, "Bunnies, kite, maid uniform, 3 candles, a miniature barn house, a knife covered in Pepto-Bismol, ship art of water and a tornado, and finally an omelette with Masonic drawn on it and ketchup. I love part of those and I hate part of those." It was apparently the partly finished chess match he'd been playing with Grandfather until yesterday. The black had the white pretty well cornered, and it looked like checkmate would be reached within a few moves. The last part of the endgame. Even though checkmate had almost been reached, the endgame had been rushed, and in the end was never completed. Kinzo-san, it seems you weren't able to see this match through after all. Dr. Nanjo, I was Kinzo-san's friend for a long time, but I never knew about more than half of him. I believe 2 Kinzos existed, a wise one, and one trapped by some madness. I never understood anything about him. My dude never learned about endgames. You have to keep the initiative for a draw. Be careful you don't run into any purple guys. Especially when it came to Beatrice-sama. It seemed like his personality changed. In the direction of Kumasawa-san's upward gaze, a portrait of Beatrice could be seen. It wasn't massive, like the one hanging in the entrance hall, but small, made for this room. Grandfather probably spent every day in this room and so much of his time talking to the witch in that portrait. Where's the lion in the wardrobe, though? Who was Beatrice to Grandfather in the first place? Right now, you couldn't just explain it away by saying it was a story made by the parents to frighten children away from wandering into the forest. We in the wardrobe? That the new version of we in the closet? We in the wardrobe? While eating the canned food we'd brought from the kitchen, we talked together about who Beatrice was. So we only need the lion. Whether the culprit was Beatrice herself or someone pretending to be her. Whether they were a witch or a human, that was besides the point. The woman in this portrait was strongly related to the roots and background of this case. You couldn't think about this case without talking about her. That's right. Mom, you picked up the culprit's letter in Aunt Ava's room, right? Yes. I still haven't opened it. Let's give it a try. Wait, do all the bullshit in the family, someone has to be lying? Maybe. Or it could just be magic. Someone here is either a murderer, or it's just magic. I personally think it's just magic. Aunt Natsuhi took out that western envelope. Genji-san pulled a paper knife out of a drawer in the study desk and handed it to her. The answer is always magic. The lying, the witch, and the large wardrobe. While watching her open it, George Aniki grimaced slightly. After all, it was a letter left at the site where his where his parents had been murdered. There was a good chance its contents would say something unbearable to Aniki. Aunt Natsuhi also seemed to realize that. So she glanced over the contents first without reading it aloud. Well, it couldn't be any of the kids, unless, Maria, maybe. I really don't think it's Maria, but... We were a little frightened that she might grimace after reading something shocking, but she just frowned unhappily. What does it say? There is one unpleasant sentence. It must be trying to provoke us. Natsuhi, after deciding that the contents could be shown to the children, set it openly on the table. Everyone stared at it at the same time. I bet Maria, not gonna lie, she seems like the one to play the long game. Maria is a kindred spirit. Wouldn't it be fucked up if George was helping Beatrice under the promise of a better life with Shannon? Why would he help her though? She murdered Shannon. Why would you help the person that murdered your fiancé? And why would he help murder his parents? Praise my name. What the hell? That's annoying. It's probably Beatrice declaring herself the victor. Damn it. I'll bet you were hoping another weird magic circle would show up. It wasn't a magic circle. But my expectations haven't been betrayed. Damn, Beatrice, I'm already doing that. Oh, Beatrice! What could it mean? I wonder if she wants to tout her own existence. What was that cowboy voice you just did? What, the one I'm using for this guy? That seems reasonable. With this letter, we now know that the author of last night's letter is the culprit. I think the identical envelope is more significant than what is written here. Without a doubt, this is the type of envelope and sealing wax that the master used. No, you did it for Battler. Wait, what? I don't think I used, any different, kind of voice for Battler. I tend to just use my own voice for him. I don't know what's going on anymore. This is the first time I've seen anything like this since I started working for the Oshiromiya family. Going by last night's letter, Beatrice is claiming to be grandfather's oldest confidant. Grandfather often said the same thing in the past, right? I spoke to Genji-san and Kumasawa-san, who nodded together. Hang on? Eh? I guess that means you two know more about her than anyone except grandfather. Could you tell us? For a long time, I purposefully avoided this topic. But now that it has come to this, I can no longer do so. Genji, tell us everything you know. We getting more? Genji-san didn't answer. Did he remain silent despite his knowledge, or did he know nothing at all? Still, I had a good guess. The ghost story of the witch Beatrice had long been deified among the servants. He had probably been very close to Grandfather and his occult hobbies. So there was a good chance that he'd been indoctrinated with even weirder things, had increasingly come to deify the witch. Deify? I always wonder if it's deify or deify. Because it's like deity, I guess it doesn't matter. As Grandfather's most trusted servant, who had sworn loyalty to him, he might be the most influenced by the illusion of the witch that Grandfather had created. So there was only one reason for Genji-san to remain silent. He could speak, but it would definitely cause a backlash, so it was better if he kept his mouth shut. And it wasn't like we'd believe him anyway. Something along those lines. A short while ago, Maria had been more than willing to speak bluntly and unrestrainedly, and that had earned her a scuffle with Jessica. It was natural for Genji-san to keep his silence. Was she Father's concubine? His concubine? That could be possible. For ordinary poor people, polygamy isn't only viewed negatively from a moral perspective. It's also an unmaintainable financial situation. But that isn't the case for the very rich. Cowboy Battler. Let me give this a listen to. That really sound like a cowboy? Let me see. Let me just lower this and listen to this. Oops, what did I do? Did I click on it? Damn it. I'll bet you were hoping another weird magic circle would show up. I don't really think that's like cowboy, is it? Damn it. I don't really hear the cowboy. That is a cowboy voice, isn't it? I think it's just like slang, kinda. Like, I say it like that when people are like, kinda like, you know. Like, is that really cowboy? I don't get the cowboy. But you do you, I guess. Started with the cowboy accent. It's possible for them to have another lover in addition to their real life. What the fuck? I think I may just be sleepy. We can't deny the possibility that Grandfather had another woman in his life besides Grandmother. I mean, at the very least, he's a ginormous Beatrice simp. Maybe when Grandmother was alive, I hear she was pretty sure of it. She thought he was cheating on her. I always figured she meant a witch that Grandfather had imagined up, but... Now that is getting really interesting. You told me, didn't you, Genji-san? You said Beatrice had been working for Grandfather since before the mansion was finished. I heard that the construction of the mansion was completed in Showa 27, 1952 in parentheses, for those of you that don't know when Showa 27 is. That means this person called Beatrice was in a relationship with Grandfather since at least 30 years ago. I know my cowboys and that kinda sounds like one. Well, I guess. I'm surprised that he didn't have posters and a body pillow of Beatrice. You never know. I mean, he's got a painting of her. That's essentially a poster, right? Also, hi there, Jackie! Welcome! Hello! Sorry I'm late, I'm gay, it's all good. Me too. Could that concubine of 30 years ago, or maybe a relative or hidden child with that person, hold some kind of grudge and be planning revenge? I'm back, and why was Elio a cowboy? I wasn't intending to be a cowboy, but I guess I just became a cowboy. I wanna be a cowboy, baby. I see. This is starting to sound just like your standard Western mansion mystery. It's a filthy topic, but the easiest line of reasoning to accept. What do you say, Genji? Jackie, you're supposed to say move it, I'm gay. I believe the master was indeed in love. Those feelings were certainly stronger than what he felt for his late wife. Ah yes, portraits, the posters of the yester times. Back in my day, we just had portraits. We didn't have none of those newfangled posters. Who is this person called Beatrice? Last time Ellie was a cowboy, he killed a foe with a horse. Red Dead Redemption. That's still one of my favorite clips. Was with the fucking horse. It's a shame that game didn't really work well, but that was a fun game. And what's she doing now? I think Kinzo commissioned like 2 to 3 portraits of Beatrice. SMH this dude. Down bad. I thought Twi was bad. I've heard that she passed away before the mansion was completed. She's already dead? Oh, I haven't seen that clip. It's really good. It's really funny. Yes. The master was deeply stricken by grief. And he devoted himself to the art of black magic as a means to revive her. The master loved Beatrice Sama from the bottom of his heart. It might work on your future new PC. Oh, true! I could probably play a bunch of games that don't really work on this one. I should be getting it near the end of next month. So, end of September, since it's August where I am right now. It was that madness which drove him to do all that you see here. There we go, the hitch killer! Love that clip. As Genji-san said this, he spread his arms as though asking us to look at his room, filled with the signs of grandfather's madness. So, in the idol AU, his whole library would be covered in Beatrice memorabilia and posters, and Beatrice would be an idol. We're all at a loss for words. Yep. Normally, black magic seems like it'd just be creepy. And it's really hard to imagine why someone might be so enraptured by it. By today's standards, getting 2 to 3 commissions of your OC isn't much. Yeah, get on my level, where I have like over 40. Since Kinzo was just an eccentric who had restored the Yoshida Miya family amidst his madness, nobody had tried to understand him. Yeah, but those portraits are huge. I didn't notice. Over 40, yeah. Well, I mean, if you count my VTuber as my OC, I've gotten over 40 on Skeb alone. That's not including all of the, like, Twitter commissions and commissions from Jackie and stuff I got. Got quite a lot of pieces of art. Holy shit, yeah. The only thing on grandfather's mind had been the loss of a beloved woman. And his inescapable sorrow. I only got 1 OC commission, so I'm just surprised someone has gotten more than 1. Earlier, this room had seemed creepy, but in an instant, it had changed into something we could understand completely. I'm too scared to ask for commissions, LMAO. Well, there's now vegan, I don't know how you say it, but that kind of functions like Skeb to where you don't really have to get in contact with the artist very much. You just give your request, and if they want to do it, they'll accept it and do it. And if not, well, just find someone else that can do it for you. So that's like a nice commissioning alternative for people that don't want to talk and ask. The creepy books, the magic circles, the medicine, all of it. Have the tears been flowing with our sea cat? Yes. Hello, Varn. How's it going? There's still a question mark. Yup. Link, let me grab it for you. Vegan. Vegan? Vegan? I think it's vegan. Yeah, here's the link. And, by the way, one of our fellow chat members, Sloth Mama, is on vegan. Vegan? Let me grab you Jackie's webpage. Let me just pull it up. Why can't I find it? Is it imitation flower? Wait, I could probably search it up by looking up my name, because I think they tagged me. Yeah, there you go. Okay, it's soft pile. That was it. Yeah, if you guys want to commission Sloth Mama, here's Sloth Mama's vegan. And you can find me on there in their portfolio. Oh, his name is Zelda. Fine, you blasphemer. I only blaspheme because I can. What is vegan? It's a commission website. Please ask them before grabbing them. Artist spotted. Yeah, if you guys ever feel like trying out vegan, should commission Jackie. Vegan, wake up, sheeple. It all existed simply because we wanted to revive the face of a single woman who had left this world over 30 years ago. The master only told me about Beatrice-sama's story once when he was very drunk. Although I have forgotten the details. I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian, but thanks. It was a deep, deep love. Not to make a woman like me jealous. When Kinzo-san succeeded the headship of the Yoshida-Miya family, his marriage to his late wife had already been decided by the few surviving family elders. Oh, I guess I should make an account there. I've been thinking about opening commissions. Yeah, the cool thing about VGen is that they have phases where you sign up to open up an account, and they actually you actually have to provide proof that you do the art yourself and stuff to prevent AI artists and stuff from being on there. They're very staunchly anti-AI, which is really nice. So he was forced into a marriage with some woman who would benefit the Yoshida-Miya family? Thank you. I know what I want to do for my B-Day. Let's go! That is correct. I would commission you, but I'm gonna be enjoying ice soup. Hold the ice for the next 2 weeks. Oh, fine! No! If you need help, Barn, I can send you $50. Kinzo-san was installed as the head who would revive the family, and had to bear the entirety of that heavy responsibility. I'm actually nervous. I never did a commission before, so this sounds great. Yeah, let's go! I do not pretend to know the details of when or where Kinzo-san first met Beatrice. I guess it'd be rude to say any more than that. Ah, that's awesome. AI artists. Yeah, artists in quotation marks. They think they're artists, but they're not. I think we might be able to finish episode 1 next stream. Ooh, unless you want to marathon it tonight. It depends. Well, probably not tonight, because I have plans for the night. But yeah. Hope we see Beatrice soon. That was when Grandfather truly fell in love for the first time. Just how deep was his affection for her? Let me see. Oi, that wasn't the arrangement. I give you things, you don't give me things. I thought we were clear about that from the get-go, but If you're having ice soup, I think I should send you something. It's called Suffering and I have a character to build. No. Going on a Venmo right now. I'm an AI artist. I am a very good prompt giver or something. This is just episode 1, yes. Indeed. I'm an AI artist. Absolutely incredible artist. Oi. I mean, have you seen Higurashi? No ice soup. You buy yourself some groceries right now, young man. I haven't actually. I only know the Nipa girl. Oh, really? Well, it involves lots of death and suffering, so get used to it. That was easy to see just by looking around us. This room was covered with piles upon piles of things having to do with black magic. Grandfather spent every day shut in here, immersed in his research and isolated from the outside world, never regretting 1 minute of it. You couldn't help but recognize the depths of Grandfather's love for Beatrice. I had it all wrong, Genji-san. What do you mean by that? By artist, I mean I forget everything I've ever seen or experienced in life the second I attempt to pick up a pencil with the intent of drawing it. Me. I always thought that maybe you servants believed blindly in the witch because you'd gotten brainwashed by Grandfather and his creepy black magic stuff. But that's not how it was, right? You're missing on some beautiful sharp hugs and nail manicure. Had they been soothing Grandfather's tortured heart? Yeah, Umineko has 8 chapters. My brain keeps trying to tell me that there was a Higurashi thing on YouTube where they were in a zombie apocalypse. For the life of me, I can't tell if it's real or not. It's real. Yeah, that's real. That actually happens. I forget when it happens, but that is a thing that exists. I don't know if it was like a spin-off or like a collab or like a Mabage thing, but I remember seeing that. It was a special episode / mini-series. Yeah. 3-part YouTube anime episodes never let me down. And existed inside this mansion? Though Genji-san closed his eyes, wearing the expression of one remembering the distant past, he said nothing further. I won't believe it. Higurashi is about crying cicadas and childhood friendships. Probably felt that making such a confession would be the worst sort of betrayal against his one and only master, even though that master was already dead, and girlfriends doing each other's nails. Does he know? Beatrice had revived as a witch, and exists in this mansion even now. Though 90% of the cast is dead before the end of chapter 1, really curious to see how this will continue. Well, I guess you'll find out. Genji had said this, had believed it, had made people believe it, and would follow through with that decision to the grave. This might have been the last service he could offer up to his master. Do I know? Who knows? Did you see your notification on your phone, by the way, Barn? The legend of the witch, the mysterious tale of Rokanjima that was still whispered of amongst the servants. 10% is left. We can still get some action out of the 10% that are still alive. Its true nature was a sad lie. No, it was an act of kindness towards grandfather, who had lost the person he loved above all else. I remember denying the witch's existence in front of father on multiple occasions. I threw my phone out of the window because it made a strange noise it's never made before. We better go pick it up. So obviously there is witchcraft involved. Oi. I sent you a notification on your phone, Barn. What the hell? Now I finally understand how much that must have wounded him. Right now I can understand very well. But I thought I could revive Shannon using black magic. I'd immediately become the next owner of this room and start researching. Aniki. Another strand of tears dripped from George's eyes. Oh my god! Thank you so much for the raid! Sorry, you guys might have come in during an ad, but thank you so much for the raid! Oh my god! Hi there, Linden! Hello! Were you doing art? What were you doing? Thank you so much for the raid! Nonsense, we can't be vague on purpose. Look, it's a mermaid raid! That means there's a tsunami! Sweet light swim! Thank you so much! Swim for your lives! Yeah, was drawing as usual. Nice. I'll have to check that out later then. Hi! I'm back from doing stuff. Lynn is stuffed. The doing is just staring lovingly at Lynn's eyes. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for coming in from Achromatics raid. My name is Elia Lappy, and I am a VTuber from outer space. I like playing RPG Maker horror games, visual novels, and JRPGs. Today we are playing Umineko no Naku Koro ni. We are in chapter 1, and it is like a murder mystery mixed with witches story. I think we're closing in on the end of chapter 1, so excited for that. Not only gay, but based as hell. Maybe his tears were infectious. Also, thank you for giving the shout out to Achromatic. Thank you. I could have been a raider if it weren't because I didn't want to get spoiled. It's possible to learn this power to destroy Elio with. Oi. Asking for a friend, the friend is me. Maybe his tears were infectious. Tears rose to Jessica's eyes too, and she sniffled. Beatrice has said it. Very soon, she'll be able to revive people. You'll be able to meet them, she said. Very soon, the door to the Golden Land will be opened. Wait, his tears, the crying of Umineko is starting. The sea cat is crying. In the promised land that glitters gold, the souls of all the dead will be resurrected, along with the love that has been lost. Oh man, maybe Twi will be able to see magic then. Then I will sleep in a world of peacefulness for all time. Did she say that? Also, the art style for Maria really just kind of ruins the mood because of how goofy it is. The original sprite for Maria is really... I think it's mostly just like the sizing, because she looks like normally proportions to everyone else when she's like a 9-year-old, which is weird. But I do like her expression. She's like a gremlin. Did she say that? The Beatrice who gave you the letter? You don't believe, do you? If only grandfather were here. I'm sure he'd be happy. I mean, it's perfect. Maria was a scrunkle. She looks like she got 0 amounts of sleep last night with these sprites. I'm sure he'd be jumping for joy now that Beatrice is about to be revived. In that case, I believe. My grandfather gave up half of his life for his research, trying to resurrect the soul of the woman he loved and spending the rest of his life believing. I'll believe too. Let's go! Battler's a magic believer! Battler? Battler, his tears were infectious as I felt my tears falling down my cheeks. Maria, let's fucking go! When you love a single woman for so long, the people around you catch on to it, and it becomes the truth. Maybe you could say they're just being polite for the sake of your feelings. Yeah, but as an occultist, I too lose a lot of sleep. That's just what being an occultist does to you. But right here, now, I'd like to call that magic. Battler, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your grandfather was gay with Genji. Please! I ship them! Give up on Beatrice! Be with Genji! It isn't just being polite. It really is magic. She's a witch. It looks like nobody can see a Beatrice after all. Some time passed. As we listened to the sound of the rain, we considered what kind of love and madness must have possessed the owner of this room, as he spent half of his life here. Beatrice was Genji cross-dressing. Grandpa Ushiromiya, I'm sorry, but your life's work was for naught, because I'm about to take her out on a date to Olive Garden. She may be a witch and magical, but she has to experience the bliss of their breadsticks. If you ask me as a woman, then while I'd like to be understanding of father's feelings of true love, it did leave mother in an awkward position. I agree. It's canon. What is with that weird winky face on Jessica? That looks so weird. Like, is that just a normal yeah, that's such a weird wink. Cheating is cheating. No way to make it pretty. Kazui getting the guilty verdict. Well, he didn't I mean, I guess it depends on how you view cheating, huh? Yeah, that's right. You gotta feel sorry for grandmother. So, have there been any rumors about a child between Beatrice and grandfather? Olive Garden is the true golden land? The keyword Beatrice has been hidden in every corner of this case. So it's natural to spend some relative of hers. Oh, it's natural to suspect some relative of hers. No. I spent my life trying to revive the woman I truly loved and wanted to spend my life with instead of the mother of my children. His children. Dad, what the fuck? Well, no wonder he doesn't give a fuck about his own children then. I've not heard of anything like that. If there was one, a memento of his most beloved person, he surely would have given them all of his affection. Since he ended up immersing himself in black magic instead, maybe we should assume that there was no such child. I mean, he treats the servants pretty well, I think. Do you realize how fitting it is that the whole conversation could replace Beatrice with Genji and Fit? But Genji's still alive! Come to think of it, that reminds me of a rumor I heard. Wait until she sees the golden arches. Wait, you guys going to McDonald's now? You know it, right? That story about how grandfather heavily supported an orphanage called the Fukui. That's what I was thinking. What if one of the servants is like the concubine and his child? That is funny. He coped and mauled it to death. Enough of that. That is nothing more than slander, which would desecrate father. Tell us, Aunt Natsuhi. I think even you'd agree that this is no time to hide things from each other. She needs to try their caramel frap, alright? It's truly my guilty pleasure. I don't think I've ever been to Olive Garden. It's a worthless story. Father made massive donations to an orphanage and had the orphans employed as servants at the head family to give them some on-the-job experience. I really hope that Shannon isn't the kid. Yeah, what if it was Shannon? And maybe that's why her face didn't get as fucked up. The story in question is simply some drivel spread by fools who claim that father was using those orphans for some filthy hobby. And so Grandpa went to get a grimace shake and died. His family believed his death was caused by magic. For a while, some guys even said he was collecting human sacrifices for his black magic. I know where I'm taking you when I come visit. To Olive Garden. He really is doing weird experiments and ceremonies in this room all the time. So I half believed it myself. And these servants who came from the Fukuling house are Shannon and Kanon, right? There's several of them, but Shannon and Kanon were the two scheduled during the family conference shift. That would be really fucked up, especially for George. Why are you guys using the emojis in chat? To resurrect Beatrice, he brought in servants from an orphanage as human sacrifices? After all, everyone Grandfather selected as a servant was young, about the same age as Shannon or Kanan-kun. I was sure it was because Grandfather had some bizarre hobby. Jessica! Well, thank you for the high pads! Lynn! Wah, 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 wah. Mind your words! So what is this, Barn? Other guys will just feed you lines.
Other guys will just feed you lines. But I'll take you to Mickey D's.
But I'll take you to Mickey D's. Oh my god. When Aunt Natsuhi scolded her, the atmosphere instantly went sour and everyone fell quiet. However, something was tugging at the back of my mind. Sacrifices. Sacrifices. Human sacrifices brought over from an orphanage. What is it? Tricky words like sacrifices don't pop up often. And yet, I've seen or heard that word recently. In the Epitaph, right? Some part of my memory is tugging at me. Hey, Beatrice. What do you know? It's like you gotta take the orphans, like... Cause like it was talking about like sacrifice the like kidneys and stuff. So like you gotta take out their kidneys or something. I'd arrived in front of the portrait of Beatrice. It wasn't as massive as the one in the entrance hall. But that portrait, which must have been drawn by some famous painter, was still just as intimidating in the smaller size. Oh, you're off to bed. Have a great one, everyone. Have a good night, Leonix. Sweet dreams. Don't let Beatrice come into your room and kill ya. Be sure to hang up a scorpion on your door. Below it, just like in the entrance hall, was the epitaph that supposedly hinted at the location of the hidden gold. Epitaph of Twilight. It's all connected. Reconnect. Kingdom Hearts. Ah. Sacrifices. Here. See? 2 commissions. SMH. Get on my level, Kinzel. What the hell, Battler? You're creeping me out. 6 Sacrifices. Ah. Ah! Both of my eyes were as wide as plates. I feel when they just completely forgot about the epitaph. Could have maybe helped figure out what's going on here. Everything's been predicted right there from the very beginning. Everyone crowded around, and the same expression of shock rose to all of our faces. Y'all don't remember that? That's right. Oh my god, the butt wiggle. Love that. My honest reaction to that information. 6 princesses of heart, where's the 7th? But it's McDo.
People don't think it McBee like it McDoes.
Oh, but it McDo.
But it McDo. People don't.
Fucking love that vine. Or is it a TikTok? I don't know at this point. Oh, thank you for the hydrate! I'm out of water, so I will be right back. Hello, I'm back. Twink, 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 twink. Beatrice, my very thoughtful and silly daughter, was so gracious as to mention the epitaph in her first letter, but they just forgot her. Dumbasses. Timeline blended together like a fresh McDonald's caramel frap, so Vines, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts are just an amalgamation of each other. Thank you for the welcome back. This is very thoughtful and very silly, I can confirm. Horrible people to disrespect her words like that. SMH. It was right there on the epitaph. On the first twilight, offer the 6 chosen by the key as sacrifices. There's no doubt. 6 people died in the beginning. And even on the shutter where the magic circle was drawn. No, where the Hebrew was written. It mentioned the offering of sacrifices. I've been saying that from the beginning. That's right. Maria said it right at the start. Right after we found the 6 bodies, when Maria was in the parlor watching TV, she said it. If I married a cowgirl's daughter, could I call my mother a yeehaw? Is it okay for a Toho boy and a Mega Man girl? Ooh, start spotted. Ooh. The culprit isn't human. It's just the sacrifices chosen by the key of the twilight. Na 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 na. This has nothing to do with the location of the hidden gold. It's the instructions for a resurrection ceremony using black magic or something. After all, this epitaph requires a large number of deaths. It sure does. Even reading through it quickly, that'd be 6 plus 2 plus 5. Oh god, what is this, 999? 6 plus 2 plus 5. 13 people who must die. Butler, the only one to realize this way too late. Everyone realized it too late. How many people are normally on this island? It changes depending on the shifts for the servants, but there's father, my husband, Jessica, and me. Maths, imaginary maths. 6 plus 2 plus 5 equals 13, equals 1 plus 4 equals 5, so they need to go to the 5 door. Ace will be left behind in the infirmary. Good. He better. Don't like him. And 2 or 3 servants. Today and yesterday, there were 5 of them, but there aren't normally that many. Which means that normally, there wouldn't be enough sacrifices to carry out this ceremony. No, wait. There's that rumor that grandfather was collecting servants from an orphanage to be used as sacrifices in some creepy ceremony. So what does this mean? He increased the number of servants to increase the number of sacrifices and waited for the annual family conference when even more people would gather? Isn't now the only time of the year the ceremony could be held? When Jessica screamed this, Maria broke out in that creepy laugh, looking truly pleased. Haven't you ever heard of people making bets to test their fate? Like throwing a sandal and saying that if it lands right side up, tomorrow will be sunny. Or saying that tomorrow will be a good day if a coin lands head up. There are many little superstitions like that. Bro, this old man generally only had sex to play the long con of bringing her back. He is dedicated to Beatrice. Sometimes when your luck is down and you get bored, and you roll the dice and get 3 6s, you want to believe it's a portent of some miracle. Maria is cooking. When flipping a sandal, you have at worst a 50% chance to be fair, so am I. Good! You ain't eating no icy soup. Even if you get it right side up. It's not worth much. But if you carelessly roll 3 dice and they all come up 6, you might think that's a small miracle. Magic works the same way. Damn, this geezer is really playing the long game. You must pray earnestly for an extremely unlikely result. Then, the feelings from all their stored up prayers gain magical power and become incarnate. I'd sacrifice all of you in a heartbeat. I love you, Ilya, but golden murder switch, you have to understand. My hands are tied. Oi! What the hell? The magic that grandfather was trying to perform was probably like that. The key randomly selected sacrifices in a lottery. So, to reduce the chance that he himself was selected, he chose the day with the greatest number of people on the island to carry out the ceremony. Well, too bad that he died then. Ridiculous. Are you saying that this entire situation was caused by a mere ceremony for some bizarre magic? Natsuki yelled, "Look me in the eyes and tell me you wouldn't do the same thing." Well, maybe not for Beatrice, but maybe for someone else. She couldn't quell the fear that a scorpion charm might be the only reason she was still safe. If I hadn't received that charm from Jessica and hung it from my doorknob. Misane or Kite, Elliot. Yeah, sorry, Barn. Please understand. I would exchange you for Misane. Would I have been killed, mixed in along with those 6? And the strangest part is, even though I hung the charm from the inside of my door, they couldn't get through that door. The culprit noticed the charm from outside the door and gave up trying to open it. I would go gladly if you got to be with Misane, so I expect the same from you. Thank you. A human couldn't have perceived that. A charm meant to stop something that was not human had done exactly that. Impossible, impossible, impossible! But Natsu-san, the epitaph certainly does continue to fit even after that. On the second twilight, those who remain shall tear apart the two who are close. Could this be talking about Eva-sama and Hideyoshi-sama? Painful as it may be, we must reach that conclusion. And after the culprit killed them, they left the words from the third twilight in a letter there. That's right! After carrying out the second twilight, they left the third twilight in that place. The third twilight was just like Aunt Natsuhi just read. Or Scathe. On the third twilight, those who remain shall praise my noble name. You read it this way, it just keeps going on, doesn't it? And the fourth twilight, gouge the head and kill. Gouge the head and kill. George Aniki's parents were killed with those demons' ice picks gouged into their heads. But if they were the second twilight, someone else must have been gouged in the head. That's grandfather.
It should have been me,
Not him. It's not fair. He was burned in the incinerator. Our eyes were so drawn to that part that we didn't notice. But his forehead... No, his head had been gouged. Grandfather was the victim of the fourth twilight? Then Kanan-kun was... on the fifth twilight. Gouge the chest and kill. That was Kanon. Oh, that's a cute emote. We thought Kanan-kun's case was as unexpected. It was an unexpected encounter with the culprit, but that's wrong. From the very beginning, they planned to lure someone out alone and drive something through their chest. If the culprit had followed the epitaph this far, does that mean 3 people still have to die? On the 6th twilight, gouge the stomach and kill. On the 7th twilight, gouge the knee and kill. On the 8th twilight, gouge the leg and kill. God, gouge the knee? That would hurt. I'd rather get my knee gouged or... Ugh. Yes, you could read it that way. Ugh. Well, I wonder about that. After those 3 die, it reaches the 9th twilight. Take a look. On the 9th twilight, the witch shall revive, and none shall be left alive. We're all gonna be killed by Beatrice. I don't get it. Wouldn't that mean everyone dies no matter how many people there are? What was grandfather after? That would be really unnecessary. Yeah, he was just down bad for Beatrice. He doesn't care how many people die if she comes back. Doesn't this mean the ceremony would kill him too, no matter what? It's okay if no one's left alive. On the 10th twilight, we finally arrive at the Golden Land. On the 10th twilight, at Journey's End, you shall attain the power of the Golden Land's treasures once and for the last time. The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures. Grandfather wasn't afraid of dying. Look at the 2nd and 3rd of the 4 treasures. One shall be the resurrection of all the dead souls. One shall be the resurrection of the love that was lost. Yeah, let's go. Good for Twy. Good for Twy. So grandfather believed he would eventually be revived even if he died partway through this ceremony? Ridiculous! That's insane! I wonder who is going to leg it. That might make me sick to my stomach. When you die, it's over, right? The dead don't come back to life. Isn't that that a miracle humanity's been chasing after for thousands of years and still hasn't accomplished? Clearly, you've never gotten into Kagero Project. So, is this what it means? Something like you'll be able to meet them in the afterlife where they'll be restored? If what you're saying now is right, would that mean that grandfather, whose remaining life is slim, and who's been driven mad by love, is committing suicide? No. A massive forced group suicide? Or visited Heavenly Host? Genji. Is such a thing possible? I don't know. The Master is a man who sometimes has the wisdom to see 1,000 years into the future. However, there are times when that appears to be nothing more than madness to commoners such as myself. Okay, should we take that for a yes? What do you say, Kumasawa-san? Quips Party reference. Ah, those were the days. I need to play that. Yeah, I need to finish Blood Drive, but don't feel like playing it. I don't know anything. That's right, I don't know. Do you think I would be on this island today if I did know? Looks out wistfully. I would have faked an illness or done anything to take the day off, that's right. What about your opinion, Dr. Nanjo? You've been grandfather's friend for many years. Yeah, Blood Drive isn't worth it, Elio. I can say that for sure. Yeah, it's just something. Something not good. I feel the same as Kenji-san. Kinzo-san was a man who far surpassed ordinary people. I like the anime adaptation of it because of how the ending went. I think it was one of the bad endings from the game. Was it the one where Satoshi's hand got cut off? I've even felt a sort of inhuman power from him at times. Even I don't know what Kinzo-san was thinking when he wrote that epitaph. All we can say is that even if Father did write this script, someone else is carrying it out. That's right. They apparently rewrote Dead Patient, and it's coming out soon in this year too? Wait, really? I gave my blood for a blood drive, specifically for cookies and soda. That sounds like a good exchange. Give some blood for some cookies and soda? I'd do that. At the very least, there's another culprit who attacked Grandfather and Kanon-kun. Furthermore, that person is still continuing the crimes, just as the epitaph says. Yeah, it was where Satoshi didn't have his paper, and when the two girls grabbed his arms, they only took his arms back. The letter in the beginning that we didn't think deeply about. My favorite bad ending from Corpse Party was the one where, like, you read all of the letters, and then you find out it was what was his name? Yoshiyuki or something like that. The like bleached blonde guy. And you find out that he was the one that was writing the letters, and it was about him like eating everyone, and then he like eats himself after you read the final letter. What was it that was written there? We thought back to the recitation of the letters last night. Beatrice had proclaimed something inside it. She had proclaimed that, according to her contact with Kinzo, she would collect everything of the Yoshida-miya family as interest. But then she also revealed a special clause. Yeah, a friend sent me a news article about it a week ago. They went back to the blood-covered art style for the background. The new cover art is themed like a 80s, 90s horror movie. That sounds pretty interesting. I'm surprised they didn't do like the art style that they've been doing for the new games. Since like... Huh. If someone discovered the location of the gold Grandfather had hidden, that right would be lost. When the letter was read, Grandfather was still alive. So it was a corpse party after all. At that time, it had already been sealed with wax by the head's ring. Which meant Grandfather had handed the ring over to Beatrice while he was still alive. If we take a straightforward approach, maybe we should assume Beatrice is carrying out that strange contract with Grandfather, guaranteeing her that right. In other words, this was the same as saying Grandfather knew of and approved of the contents of that letter. In other words, it's basically a joint message from Beatrice and Grandfather, telling us that Beatrice will start collecting interest if we don't solve the riddle. In other words, Grandfather and Beatrice were demanding that we try and solve the riddle of the epitaph. And if we couldn't, they were saying that the massacre would be carried out according to the epitaph. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Miko-ish! Thank you! Hello, hello! They made more hints to the cancelled Satsuki's Heart game in the title as well. Oh, wow. Wonder if it'll be connected. Well, like, Corpse Party 2 isn't connected to Corpse Party 1, right? Like, I thought they wanted to have it be its own thing. What does that mean? That's what the first letter literally said, you dingus. What do they want? I don't have a clue what it means. It sadly is. Yeah, it's in like a hospital and stuff now, right? Look, another letter from Beatrice. Huh? He used blood drive to connect the two indirectly. Ah. The blood drive just fucked everything up, is basically what I'm getting here. What did you say? Yep. God. Hate blood drive. Maria was pointing at the top of the table, where the canned food everyone had been eating just now still lay. A Western envelope from Beatrice certainly was sitting there, but so what? What in the... Oh, what is that sound? Holy crap. Aunt Natsuhi let out a hysterical cry, looking between her own hand and the table, because the envelope she had just opened was still grasped in her hand. The blood-ish drive. So why is there still an envelope on the table? What the hell? What's going on, Maria? Where did that envelope come from? Just now, I looked and it was lying there. The bloody hell drive. Ugh. I don't know anything. This isn't funny. There's only the 8 of us here. There's no way some 9th person snuck in. There wasn't enough time during the few seconds that we gathered around the portrait, right? It's magic, Battler-kun. Magic. Get back, all of you! Ooh. If there's anything bloody I like, it's Bloody Storm. Well, I like Bloody Stream. 9th person has been 9 hours. Hey, what's this look like? The portrait was there, though. Oh, true! Back against the wall! Do you believe in magic? 80 song Liam. Aunt Natsuhi was pointing the rifle at Genji and the others, bellowing at them. Ooh, this music! This is a jam. I was about to ask to see the new sprite of my MILF wife pointing a gun at me, but you read my mind. Thank you, Bun. You're welcome. Kenji-san was overpowered, his face looking like he didn't have a clue what was going on. Natsuhi and her damn gun. Of course, I felt the same, but a few moments late. I reached the same ooh! go, let's go. I reached the same conclusion Aunt Natsuhi had. Until just a few seconds ago. There'd been no letter like this on the table. And nobody entered this room. That means someone among us placed it there during the few seconds when everyone was looking away, preoccupied with the portrait. I want this music as my main theme. It's so good. Holy crap. Natsuhi's old art with gun is blessed. Battler-kun, open that envelope and read what's inside. Among Us. Natsuhi and her damn gun. Sure. Oh, it's been hour 45. Don't know if someone else was reminding you. Oh, let me go check on him. Yeah, he's fine. He's just sleeping in his bed watching TV. Oh! Oh my god! Thank you for the raid, Kay! Raided while I was checking on my uncle. Hi! Hello! Are you playing Valorant? Hey there! Hey there, Kay! How's it going? Hey, hi, Raiders! Hello! Hello, everyone coming in from Kay's raid. My name is Elioleti. I am a bunny from outer space. And I like playing horror RPG Maker games, visual novels, and JRPGs. Today we are playing Umineko When They Cry. We are on chapter 1, and it is a... Oh! Thank you for the sub, Kay! Thank you, Chart. Thank you so much, Kay! Yeah, we are playing Umineko, which is like a mystery... like a murder mystery visual novel. If you're familiar with Higurashi, it's by the same person, so there's lots of death in it. A lot of people already died. I think we're nearing the end of chapter 1. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, dude. But yeah, how was your stream? Did you have fun? Sure. I picked it up. It was still sealed with wax, yeah, so... They've been trying to find this person that's been going around killing them, and they thought that they were safe in this room, away from the person that was killing everyone. But when they went to go look at a portrait, and then they came back to the table, they saw that someone left the letters that, like, the Beatrice has been leaving. So, like, the person that's been killing everyone is in the room. Possibly. Even without disturbing its contents, I realized that this was an as-yet unopened envelope, an unknown envelope. Without relying on a paper knife, I tore it open and pulled out the letter inside. Fun is something. Were you killing them? The contents were as follows. Are you enjoying the riddle of Kinzo-sama's epitaph? As you're all probably aware, you have very little time remaining. Please abandon any naive hopes of escaping after the storm passes. This game can only end with my victory or yours. When time runs out, I will win by default. There will be no ties. Make sure that you do not misunderstand your current situation. That's what it says. It isn't clear who put this letter there. However, I've been able to narrow down the list of suspects. It's you all! Madam? That's just too... Wait, is she gonna kill everyone? Just before I moved towards the portrait, I set a can of food down here. At that time, there definitely wasn't anything as strange as this letter there. And at that time, Jessica, George-kun, and Battler-kun were already in front of the portrait. Oh, so it's one of the servants. And they didn't leave the spot in front of the portrait until the letter appeared. You know, honestly, I've been thinking like Kumasawa Bachan being like, oh, if I could, I would have taken the day off, or like, oh, it wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. Like, a little suspicious. So everyone killed everyone. So the person who set that letter down is one of you four. Yes, let's make it a corpse party. Beatrice is here. I'm back. Oh, well, this is awkward. Welcome back, Toy. Ugh. We aren't Beatrice. Beatrice exists. Silence. Oh, okay, so Maria is also one of the suspects. So I think it was Maria. I think Maria is the one that placed down the letter. I don't know whether I should suspect one of you all, or all of you. But without a doubt, at least one among you is the culprit. That's right. There can't be a 19th person. I'm Beatrice. I'm Negan. There's no way witches exist. Uncle, it has to be multiple people. I mean, they do all worship Beatrice. Like, all the servants are, like, indoctrinated into that belief of Beatrice and, like, fear of her. So it would make sense if they all did this. Even when Kanan-kun was killed. Yeah, that could be explained to Kumasawa-san as the one who did it. The truth is that Kumasawa-san entered the boiler room with Kanan-kun and killed him! And then she lied, saying she had already fallen when she got there. You're making a mistake, milady. Don't think it's multiple people, unless it includes victims, though I did miss quite a bit. Yeah, true. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Man, this is a complicated situation. Why would I do something like that? I don't have the slightest idea how my parents were killed in that closed room. But when they were killed, everyone except for the servants had an alibi. How many people are left here? I will pull up. So, the ones that are still alive are Natsuhi, Jessica, George, Nanjo, Battler, Maria, Genji, and Kumasawa. And we just got a new letter on the desk while they were looking at the portrait of Beatrice. And Natsuhi is pointing a gun at Genji, Kumasawa, Maria, and Nanjo, because there's no way that Jessica, George, or Battler put it on the table in that time, because she had set down food on it earlier and she didn't see it, and at the time George, Jessica, and Battler were already in front of the portrait, so it was put down in that time frame. So from when they were killed, everyone except for the servants had an alibi. The only ones who didn't were the servants. But does that really mean it's okay to suspect them? I know the answer, but it's fun flipping the board. Yes, now that you mention it, they have no alibi for any of the cases. 8 people and multiple suspects sounds a bit unlikely, because, like, if 1/4 of the people are guilty, just kill everyone else. True. Should we really be so quick to make that judgment? But this time, in this room, in this place, in this moment, in this minimally small bit of time and space, it's obvious. Only one of the 4 of them could have set the letter there in our blind spot. We can't tell who put it there, but it's obvious that one of the 4 did it. If I were to take a guess on who put it, it would probably be Maria. Natsuhi-san, please calm yourself. A lot has happened today. I understand how much strain is on your mind right now. Dr. Nanjo, it truly pains me to call you suspicious. However, You are father's personal doctor and his closest friend. You have been by his side for many years, and you might even know about Beatrice. Could you be hiding some kind of old obligation? Def Maria put it there, but the rest are killers. Of course not. Calm yourself. It's pitiful to watch Dr. Nanjo frantically pleading his innocence. It's probably a normal reaction that anyone would give if they were suspected. Kumasawa was the same. No, Beatrice made it appear with magic, yet clearly it's all just magic. Ever since Jessica voiced her suspicion of Kumasawa murdering Kanon, Kumasawa had been totally flustered. That was why Genji's still calm appearance looked so bold. Aunt Natsu pointed the barrel of the gun. Genji, you were grandfather's #1 subordinate. Was Beatrice an illusion you showed to father, with you as the performer? Let's go! It really was Genji in cross-dressing! If by suspecting me you recognize me as the master's greatest servant, then I count it a great honor, regardless of the circumstances. However, I am not the one who put the letter there. Do you expect us to just accept that? They gay, Your Honor. The court finds these two gay. You must be the ringleader. Either Kumasawa and Dr. Nanjo are your accomplices. Genji tries real. 100% real, not clickbait. Genji Triss. I want to see him in Beatrice's dress. I think he'd look good. And Maria-chan too. Not content to suspect just the adults, Aunt Natsuhi pointed the gun relentlessly at Maria too. But Maria acted as though nothing had happened. Or maybe she thought she would be fine, even if she was shot. Maria-chan. At this point, we can no longer remove someone from suspicion just because they're young. So for the last time, let me ask the question that everyone's had since last night. Yesterday, who was the Beatrice who handed you that letter? It was Beatrice. Ugh. Maria, don't dodge the question. She's gonna get shot for saying it was Beatrice, right? I mean, she hasn't been lying. She's been right that it was Beatrice. Genji just wanted to see Gramps happy. Make it clear. You need that as a picture for it, bud. Who gave you that letter? Maria dodges the question. She can't die from the bullet. Ooh, argument. Motion exception. Motion accepted.
How many times do I have to tell you?
That's a weird question. Who's the Maria that put the letter? That's the same type of question.
It's Beatrice. The 1,000-year-old golden witch.
But it was Beatrice. Yeah, she's telling the truth.
If you want to know what she looks like, just turn around. See? She's right there.
You hide text for like 2 seconds. Yeah. Like this? What does clear do? Hold on. Let me save. Let me save just in case clear does what I don't think it is doing. Yes, but also no. Amazing. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you want the new images too? Here's the new images as well. She looks so smug in the new image.
Beatrice is.
Don't mess with us, Maria! Enough, Jessica! Maria too. Don't you understand the situation? Tell her she is a threat. No! She's just a little spoingle. What are you hoping to gain by saying stuff like that? Maria, cat with knife. Stop stirring each other up pointlessly.
I don't understand. Who do you all want the culprit to be? You only believe in Beatrice when you don't want to suspect your own.
Wait, hold on. Why would you crop that, Varn? You sent me a crop of just Natsuki pointing the gun at Maria. And of course has to get a crop of Natsuki. Terrible. When you're trying to settle a grudge because someone who's close to you has been killed,
Only then do you want to believe in a human you can attack with violence and deny Beatrice.
I gave you a thing in DMs now, bun. It was what I needed the screenshot for. Not gonna lie, that Maria laugh is blessed. Oh, thank you. I do my best.
That's why you can't see her. Beatrice exists. Y'all can't see her.
Silence! I don't want to label you as the culprit. There's no longer any doubt that you enjoy making this situation unpleasant and are providing assistance to the enemy.
Then what will you do?
Isn't that just his normal laugh? Oi! Oi.
Shoot me? I don't mind. Very soon, the door to the Golden Land will be open. Then all the dead will be resurrected. Right now, death is nothing to be afraid of.
Mom, she really is suspicious. Elio doing a laugh impression of himself. How oi! What the fuck? We can't keep her with us. Maria. I hate how no one's realizing that Maria wants to go because for one, her mom is dead, and for one, she believes in that world her mom won't be like abusive towards her. Like But Natsuhi, please calm down. Hit her with the gun. No! There's no reason to shoot Maria. What is this one? Tell me the name of God, you fungal piece of shit. You cannot kill me in a way that matters. That's a good meme. Please remain composed. Yeah, no being mean to Maria. The letter was meant to provoke us, but it's nothing to be afraid of. See, he did the Elio laugh. Oi. Even the culprit is scared of what will happen tomorrow. They're scared of the police. Right now, this island is free from the reach of the law. That's only because it's isolated by this typhoon. Once the typhoon passes, the law will return. So you mustn't shoot. How can you stay so calm, George Nissan? One of these four is the culprit. No, maybe all four of them are working together. How can you stay so calm when one of these four might be the culprit who killed your parents? It's always very sad to see that Maria is looking forward to dying. Yeah. Even I have the desire to find the culprit and kill them. That would be simple barbarism. Barbarism. I can never say that word right. Sorry, Jessica. It was me. My bad. I was hungry. got it right the first time. Oh, barbarism? 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 I'll leave the judgment of crimes to the law. Barbarism. Okay, it's barbarism. So no matter how suspicious they are, you mustn't pull that trigger. I feel the same as George Aniki. Aunt Natsuhi. Get a hold of yourself for a second. Anyway, it'd be bad to shoot. In times like this, I hear you should tilt your head back and say, stay cool 3 times. Oh my god! Thank you for subscribing, Necromantic! Thank you! Enjoy your new emotes, Landon! Thank you! Let me make this clear. Witches don't exist. Bonking me. Wait, is my bonking? Okay, it is working. Lynn deserves the new emotes. Not in Okanjima, not in the Yoshidamiya mansion. It'd be bad to shoot, you know. I wish it didn't need to be said. Boy. Looks at Twy American. Natsuhi, kill me. I will sacrifice myself for the group. You just want to get killed by her because she's sexy, do you? I declare it as Ushidamiya Natsuhi, representative of the Yoshidamiya family. There's no witch here. It works. I have no ulterior motives. Just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct. I won't accept Beatrice. No matter what you're planning, I won't let you lay one finger on my daughter or the rest of them. That's my duty as a mother, and as representative to the family. Those words were the final words of farewell that settled everything. Wait, did she just shoot them? To protect her daughter, Aunt Natsuhi would regard any suspicious person as an enemy. No. The only reason George, Aniki, and I were standing on this side was because, by coincidence, we had a clear alibi regarding the letter. If I hadn't approached the portrait, I would also be at the other end of that gun barrel, treated like a criminal. But even though part of me thought that, the goodest mommy who protect but also attack, you are down bad for Natsuhi. Part of me was thinking that chasing all the suspicious people from this room would finally guarantee our safety. Kenji-san and Kumasawa-san and Dr. Nanjo? Perhaps. It ain't no maybe at all. It's clear as day. All of them were on grandfather's side. Maybe you could say that once Maria started blindly believing in Beatrice, she was also on grandfather's side. That's right. They're all suspicious. It's also a fact that she is in protecting and attacking. I tell no lies here. Yeah, honestly, Natsume is one of my favorite characters. Not gonna lie. She's complicated and I like that. But is this really okay? If we throw out all of the suspicious ones in such a lawless way, will we still have the right to defy the lawlessness of the witch? Who knows? Alright, I think that is a good place to end for the night, actually. Let me just have this load up and then I can save my game. Aunt Natsuhi didn't tell them to leave with her own words. But with wordless pressure, she induced them to say that themselves. Because if Dr. Nanjo didn't say those words, this cold silence would surely continue forever. Alright. Now, I think that is a good cutoff point for Umineko for the night. So, that will be it for stream tonight. But let me just check to make sure if there's any artwork. Okay, yep, there is some art stuff. Alright. let me just get rid of this. Oh, excuse me, I am hiccuping. Yeah, next stream for sure will be episode 1's end and first tea party. Ooh, looking forward to it. Thanks for the stream, no problem, Overtaker. Thanks for coming. Alright. So, let me just close out of the game. Put on some music. And then we will do art time. So for any of you that are new to my streams, at the end of every stream, we do art time. If you have any art that you did that you would like to get shown at the end of stream, you can join my Discord. Here's the link to my Discord. And there is a thread called Art Time Submissions that you can see by hovering over the Art General channel in the Discord. You can share art, memes, photos, music, all that good stuff, as long as it's something that you yourself made in some form or another. Or if it's commissioned artwork, you can share that as well, as long as you get permission from who you commissioned and give them proper credit. So yeah. Yeah, Alice Mayer, Miracle of the Stars. Good music. But yeah, sadly I don't have any art this time, but hopefully I'll have some next time. Ooh, looking forward to it. Alright, let's take a look at our art for the night. So our first piece of art is by Sundwarf. Villa Baby Girl. Vanilla Baby Girl. What the fuck? I love it. That's some good shit. Why is that cone of vanilla in like a cup though? Like what's up with that? Who puts an ice cream cone in a cup like that? You can't even prevent it from dribbling. So weird. Anyway. Good meme. It's aesthetic. Terrible aesthetic. But anyway, our next piece of art is by Muggy. Oh my god! Oh my god! They hired me as a cowboy! Well, when I get that new computer, I have to play Red Dead Redemption now. I wanna be a cowboy, baby. This is so cute. I love it. And then our next piece of art is by Overtaker, Basil Chores. Gardening is hard. Ooh. Oh, that's so pretty. Like little daisies and yellow roses. Ooh. Like a nice little bouquet. It's really pretty. Someone who wants to take a picture of it. If you don't want your hand in the shot, you use the cup. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Cowboy. And I think that's it for art for the night. Let me just double check. Yep, that is it for the night. So thank you guys for coming for today's stream.